I'm sitting here in the heart of India's financial markets, the National Stock Exchange, a fortress of technology and trust, a place where billions of dollars of trading is executed across equities, derivatives, commodities in a microsecond. At its peak, NSE executed 2.2 crore trades in a single day and $23 billion in turnover in a single session. It is the world's largest derivative exchange for 6 years in a row, home to 12 crore unique investors. But beyond the tickers, the symbols, the charts, today we go behind the scenes. We look at surveillance rooms, IT infrastructure, cybersecurity, and of course, the National Operations Command Center. And we do all of this with NSE's current MD and CEO, who was also instrumental in setting up of the exchange, Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Hi Ashish bhai.
Hi,
How are you?
good to see you.
Good to see you. And I think we're meeting here in your cabin for the first time.
Yes.
We see you at the atrium, at the opening bell. We see you in our studios. But I think this is your den.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
It's a lovely office, by the way. I want to start by asking you, Ashish bhai, what does a day look like for you at the NSE?
In a way, our days are 24/7 by 365 because markets run only for a sort of shorter period.
Right.
But we have to prepare and ensure that the markets continue to run, prepare them for the next day. Even the weekends we have to work. So in a way, the life is kind of continually rolling.
Right.
And then, of course, you have a time of the day where you go to sleep. But broadly, you are available on your screen, on your mobile continuously.
Machines have not taken over yet completely, or have they?
No, broadly.
But they need supervision.
Yeah, they need supervision. And of course, there are changes that happen. So we need to continue to plan for that. The regulations have to be...
So hour by hour, not hour by hour, but maybe 2 hour, 3 hour blocks. What is it? When do you get to office and how does it flow?
No, I come, if it's a listing, I come a little early, like 9.
Right.
Otherwise, I come...
Which is pretty much every day nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays. Otherwise, I have a little more flexibility. Sometimes I have to go out to sort of attend events. But broadly, I try to be in office at the exact time so that I'm aware of what's happening. And normally, I try to be available at 9:15, at least on phone, even if I'm traveling. 9:15 a.m. is like the starting time of the market, and you want to be there in case something goes wrong. If it goes right, so there is no issue, but you have to be available. So that's how the life works. And then once you come, lots and lots of meetings happen. You need to read a lot, and then you need to go out for meetings and committees and all. And then at some point in time, you will go out to attend some events in the evenings. Usually evenings, there are a lot of events. And then go home at whatever time you're allowed to.
I mean, activity has just exploded, right? Both on the cash front, derivatives front, etc.
If you recall, when Mr. Modi took over in 2014, because that's the time I still remember some numbers, India had 1.67 crore investors.
Wow.
Today, India has 11.8 crore investors, unique, both, because those are the NSE numbers, right? 11.8 crore investors, 25% women. That's 8.5 crore or 9 crore households. And that's almost 25% of India's households now. And that time, India's market capitalization, when he took over, was I think 67 lakh crore. Today is 450 lakh crore, So both have gone up 7 times. And that tells you how much of India has become middle class. Because you come to the markets to invest, and there is a perception that has been created that India, most Indians overtrade. That is not true, because 11.8 crore investors, once you have invested even in one share, you don't trade every day. You can trade once in 10 years and still you are an investor. But out of that, around 25 lakh, maximum 30 lakh people trade in derivatives. And so literally 2% people trade in derivatives.
Right.
And out of them also, most of the people, I mean, almost 85-90% people,
Also trade in
they trade in
equities as well,
and
cash as well.
Yeah, so it's like they're buying insurance, right? And so for me, lots and lots of misperceptions get created.
Right.
But overall, the amount of wealth
Right.
that this organization has generated when it started in 94,
Right.
on November 3, 94 equities market,
Right.
it was, the total market cap of India was 3.7 lakh crore.
Right.
Today, it's 450 lakh crore.
Right.
It is, of course, the transaction processing, reaching
Correct.
out to people across
Correct.
India. Now, 11.8 crore investors are in 99.85% of all PIN codes. India has more than 19,300 PIN codes.
Correct.
Out of which only 28 PIN codes don't have an NSE investor. I have investor in Ladakh, remotest corner, means 6,000 meters in the hills, to Andaman Nicobar, which is near Indonesia.
Right.
I have people in Arunachal Pradesh, I have
Right.
people in Dwarka, I have people in Kanyakumari, every nook and corner of India today.
Except 28
PIN codes, and out of that, probably 25 are airports where you can't stay full time, so I can't do KYC, right? You can't say that that's your house.
Right.
So broadly, the middle class
Right.
sization of India
Right.
is what is basically creating a framework where
Right.
India's savings, India saves 30% in that range, 28-30%. Out of $4.2 trillion economy, now we are saving above
Correct.
$1.2 trillion.
Correct.
Most of it earlier used to go into gold and
Fixed
real
deposits
estates
and banks
and today some portion has started coming up in what I call risk asset.
Risk
right?
assets.
Equity is a risk capital,
Yeah.
and they have got some brilliant returns. I mean,
Yeah.
Nifty is going to celebrate 30 years
Yeah.
in terms of the base date.
Yeah.
It started with 1,000 in 1995, November 3, 95 base date.
Yeah.
Today, it's close to 25,000. If you take the dividends, it would be probably 30,000 in that range, right? So 1,000 rupees invested has given you 30,000 rupees, right? 13% plus
kind of compounded returns.
13.6. And even in dollar terms,
it's about 12, I think about 25 years, 12% odd. I mean, so which is...
But if you take total returns, because you take only the absolute returns, but if you take
dividends included, I think it'll be,
it'll be that 13.5 or something. And in dollar returns also, it's competing with S&P 500. So effectively, India has done well. And it's not true that all countries where the country has done well, investors have done well. Like China, 30 years back, whatever their index was, today also is very similar.
Correct.
People, I mean, the industrialists have made money, not investors.
Small
Whereas
investors.
in India, because of the corporate governance framework, which SEBI and NSE have been together able to provide for. And that's why for me, the capital formation, $5 trillion, one third of India's wealth, is now wealth of trust at NSE. Right?
You know, you said that activity has grown, what you said, over the last, since NSE was founded, how many times?
I mean, in terms of the number of trades, the BSE in those days, the best days, they couldn't do more than 10,000 trades. Today, I get 2,000 crore orders in 6 hours, right?
So has the infrastructure to do all this also expanded at the same pace? Let's find out. Let's, I think, go to, what is it called? The National Operations Center, right? It's called the NOC.
Yes.
Let's go there and find out how it all works.
Absolutely.
Well, as promised, we are showing you a rare behind-the-scenes sort of, footage or visuals of the National Stock Exchange, the largest exchange of the country by far. And of course, we have help in the form of the MD and CEO of NSE, Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Ashish bhai, so this is the National Operations Center, right? Yes. NOC. It's got a military-sounding terminology to it because it requires precision, it requires discipline, and I think this is where it's all sort of controlled from.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing, and I mean,
this is an entire floor, but floor is divided into different rooms. Each team has their own work.
Correct.
And there is a full backup, even in terms of the number of people, number of computers, number of screens in Chennai.
Right.
So anyone doing anything here as a checker in Chennai, anyone doing something in Chennai has a sort of checker.
But that is only for
it's for disaster recovery. But when disaster happens, when you try to recover, it doesn't work. You have to make them on. So whatever things happen here,
it's fully operational.
It's fully operational, and actually we do mock trading from Chennai every month, at least once. And twice a year, at least for 2 days consecutively, we run
The
live
exchange.
operations from Chennai. So it's a fully functional thing, but how do you continue to make it run in a heightened sense is by involving them on your day-to-day activities as if they are next to the computers, and which is now allowed by the communication systems. So that's where the team here and team there are like working as one. And in case this place by chance goes down for whatever reason, that team should be able to
seamlessly pick up
and run without anyone.
So as an investor, as a trader, I should not feel the difference. I mean, basically.
You probably will get logged out, and then you will your broker will log in, and it'll be business as usual probably in few seconds.
Right. So what happens from here? I mean, what kind of activity?
This place is what we call business knock, where all the companies that get listed or IPOs that happen, or daily price bands of companies, the new derivatives, contracts getting introduced in equities or currencies or commodities or in bonds, all that thing starts being set up. Even sometimes we have to set up a new broker, or sometimes we have to actually stop a broker from functioning because of the SEBI regulations or orders, or sometimes even specific investors are not allowed to trade by some of the court orders or otherwise. So everything happens here. But during the market hours, especially between 9:15 and 3:30, this people who are working here have to do nothing actually. They have to just monitor, and it's like an autopilot. If they are doing something, then there is something has gone wrong, right? So that is where physical manual sort of override is required. Otherwise, their work happens 24/7 by 365 days. During the day, they are not supposed to do anything, but end of the day, they have to create files, download to all brokers, then they have to prepare for the next day all the new contracts coming in, the price bands, other things, 2%, 5%, ASM, GSM.
The much awaited bhav copy comes from here? Or?
Absolutely. So everything which has to do with business comes. Similarly, there is another room for cyber security where we get a lot of
and we're going to go there in a bit. So
and then we also have hardware operation center, which is basically where we have several sort of machines which we need to ensure that there are no queues. And this was the first public digital infrastructure of India. This is the first fintech of India. It's still the largest fintech of India. And it allowed India to create capital formation on a scale where no similar sized or similar per capita income having country. I mean, today, after so many years, our per capita income is only $3,000. Although we have become $4.2 trillion economy, but we are still per capita is still no country has with $6,000 also have that kind of market. $12,000 also no market. $24,000 there is one market larger than us called China. But when the prices go down, the government has to go and buy the shares. In India, government is actually hands off, right? So there is no similar market. And if you look at it in a poor country, per capita income country, people investing in other people's businesses is not unheard of. There are books written in economics which says that poor per capita income countries cannot, or societies cannot have well-functioning capital markets because they cannot save. And if they save, they don't trust their brothers also. In India, this has happened where 20% of India is now households.
And we spoke about the long track record of returns, which has been spectacular, matched only by, I think, the US, right? As a market over a long period of time.
That's why I call this trust markets. Because trust has developed.
You know, I want to show our viewers the cyber sort of control center as well. So let's go there, and why don't you tell us about that? Okay, we are in another room now, and this is, of course, also an important place. This is the Hardware National Operations Center, the Hardware NOC, and you can see the screens behind me. This is where they monitor, Ashish bhai, the hardware and
there are thousands of servers which NSE manages, and each server has different work and different softwares, and so all of them have to work well, and that's where basically each person has his own job, but there are what we call dashboards which are giving you aggregate numbers. So in case again they are not supposed to do anything real life except they do their normal office work. But if something goes wrong, that is the time they need to intervene. Otherwise, during the day, it's on autopilot, and there are softwares which are self-healing and things like that. So overall, it's basically on a good day as like we get 2,000 crore orders, 30 crore trades in kind of different markets. So all the hardware, literally whatever people do here is sent to a nearby site called NearDR, and a Chennai site, literally gigabits of
information
bytes, is transferring.
Okay.
And we have like petabytes of data stored. Some people access from there, some people access from here, and so it's like a very large setup which needs to be monitored on a.
So there's we were in the business knock, there's the hardware knock,
and then we have a security knock, which is
the cybersecurity and security knock. So let's go there and check it out as well. So that is the hardware knock, and what we're going to do now is show you the cyber knock, Ashish bhai. And I think viewers can see what is inside the room. So tell us a little bit about what happens here.
No, in a way, we use many softwares and tools and hardware to ensure that the working of the exchange continues without
Disruption.
any disruption, even from the hacking and other activities. So that's where, again, we have a Chennai site that's connected here, and naturally, some of the government agencies also are able to look into what we do. But there are like lots and lots of softwares, tools, and we use, and each person working has a specific job. But again, we have dashboards which tell on an aggregate level what has been there today, how many attacks are coming, if we are running in a red zone or a amber zone or a green zone, and so those are the things.
You were telling me earlier during on the day of Operation Sindoor, I mean, there were the attacks kind of peaked at.
Yeah, like in 20 minutes we got 40 crore attacks, right? So these are some of the most attacked entities in the world today.
Okay. So this is a significant area of focus in terms of upgradation, keeping.
The costs are also humongous, but without that, you cannot operate, right? So you need to be like any country. If you don't have a defense, whatever you do in the business has no relevance because somebody will come and subjugate you. Similarly, whatever business you do, if you don't have a good information security in today's world.
So strong physical security, as I noticed at the gate, but strong digital security.
It has to be.
I mean, there is digital public infrastructure in that sense, so it has to be on without disruption.
Absolutely. And especially outsiders or insiders, knowingly, unknowingly, doing wrong things cannot be.
Has to be monitored, has to be checked and tracked. Well, from the National Operations Center, and we showed you quite a bit, as much as we could, upstairs. We are here now to take a walk down the memory lane with Ashish bhai. This is, of course, the wall with lots of pictures, and I guess Ashish bhai lots of memories as well, right?
Yes, of course.
Because I spotted that photograph, which is July 1994, when an NSE was inaugurated. And that is, I don't think you can see it, but that is a very young Ashish Kumar Chauhan explaining to then Finance Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh. What is happening then in that picture?
And next is our chairman, Mr. Nadkarni, who became chairman of SEBI later on.
Right.
He was IDBI chairman beforehand.
Right.
And so, in a way, this project was like very ambitious.
Right.
And everyone was clear this is not going to work.
Right.
Even when it was thought through, because bankers were trying to implement a stock exchange which they have never run before. And in an IT, pure IT exchange, which was not the case anywhere in the world before. So it was all sorts of complexities, and we were trying to use satellite telecom and also a lot of things which could have gone wrong.
The idea germinated in 92.
Yes.
And
post Arshad Mehta scam, the government wanted to create a framework which is not owned by brokers, operated by brokers.
Right.
And that's why they wanted to create an independent exchange owned by investors, but run by professionals.
Right.
And completely automated so that it will have transparency, fairness, efficiency, and all that. Right.
Correct.
And so, in that context, we made presentations to Finance Ministry in 92. Lots of to and fro during 92, 93, 94. So, what happened is we first started with the wholesale debt market because Arshad Mehta scandal actually originated in the RBI Securities General Ledger and all. So they wanted to first do wholesale debt market. And so we started operating without inauguration, like a beta test in those days. And I think Google had not come then. So beta was not so popular, but we started trading, real trade.
Right.
And then Dr. Manmohan Singh you timed
Right.
to come and inaugurate in July. And
Right.
on that day, he woke up early. He used to
Right.
be a very diligent man, right? So he decided to visit NSE. The inauguration was in Nehru Center.
Right.
At
Worli.
Worli, and our office was at Mahindra Towers.
Right.
Again, Worli, but probably
Right.
1.5 kilometers away. And so I used to sleep in the office most days.
Okay.
And that was an important day, right? So when the dogs started coming to check around the dog squad, then I realized something is happening. I had to tell my bosses that he's coming to visit
Right.
NSE, and then everyone sort of came hurriedly.
Right.
And so that time I was explaining to him how the IT system works.
Okay. And that is you were how old in that picture? Ashish
I
bhai?
was 26 years old then.
26-year-old. I mean, that is just I mean 2 years into your work life, right?
Yeah,
2 or 3
3
years,
years, yes.
into your work life.
Yes.
Must have been a high.
No, it is. I mean, this, as I say, this has been, and setting up NSA has been the greatest privilege of my life.
Right.
And the amount of service it has given to India.
Absolutely.
It is way beyond what one had imagined or what one can even fathom.
And we're going to go now to the most used facility, the NSE, by the general public, by companies, by new corporates who want to list and ring the bell. So we're going to go to the bell there now and check it out as well. Well, I hope we've given you a 360 degree, if not a 360 degree, a 180 degree kind of view of how NSE as an organization runs. I mean, some of the stuff that we showed you, of course, behind the scenes, as I said, the National Operations Center. And of course, we jogged our sort of memories back to when the exchange was founded as well. This is also an iconic place. This is the, Ashish bhai, the atrium, right?
Yes.
And I think corporates who may be watching this, for a lot of them who are recently listed or even listed for a while, I think they would remember this place. With the ringing of this bell,
Absolutely.
the listed journey starts.
Yes.
And it's been such a vibrant place, right?
Yes.
Ashish bhai, last couple of years especially.
Yeah, every day there are many listings. The largest company usually does bell ringing here. We have other places where there are bells, including in other cities also.
Yeah.
But this is the most coveted sort of listing place today in the
And
country.
you're here, as you told me, for the big ones at least,
If I am in
9:15.
Mumbai, I try to be there.
You try to be there.
For listing, because again, it's an important occasion for the company's life, and
Right.
as what I call a head priest of this temple, it's my duty
You have to be
there. Yeah.
present.
Yes.
When do we see NSE's bell going off in terms of listing?
Once the SEBI gives no objection certificate, that's the minimum we require as a regulated entity by SEBI.
Right.
After that, we'll prepare the DRHP and then submit to another department of SEBI, which will
Right.
go through it. And broadly, it would take probably at least 4 months to prepare the DRHP.
Right.
4 months for them to do queries and ask us any issues,
Questions,
that are,
etc.
clarification.
Right.
And then so
But from the day that the NOC is received, whenever it is, we don't know when that
probably
is,
8-9 months is what looks like after that.
to the
the
listing
going
date,
live, yes.
basically. So, I mean, the work in terms of having the background, etc., is work in progress.
In 2016, NSE had filed. That
Right.
time I was not there in NSE. But
Right.
2016, NSE had filed the first DRHP. So since then, NSE has been in a way
Right.
in a status of some readiness, not always, because it's almost now 9 years.
Right.
But in a way, we are sort of prepared.
And in terms of the size of listings, you said big companies. I think this is going to be the biggest of all.
No, in a way,
In terms of-
and we are also 100% public. See, unlike
Right.
other companies, we are already 100% public. I have
Correct.
like 172,000 shareholders already,
Correct.
right? And so 0% is with any promoter. I have no identifiable
And
promoter.
in
today.
terms of the shareholding, last 5 years is when the numbers have really exploded,
In
right?
fact, since March only, it has gone up from probably 30,000 to 172,000, right?
Last March.
That is 25 March,
Wow.
right? So because earlier we used to approve each transaction with fit and proper, and then
Correct. It used to take time. There used to be
it
4,
take
5, 6 months.
and things like that. Now it's all automatic in the depository, so that's why many more people.
So
are-
transactions are taking place a lot more. And all those, what you said, 172,
Thousand.
172,000 shareholders now.
Yes, yes.
So, and they're all waiting and watching
Absolutely.
when this is going to happen. I mean, what, close to 5 lakh crores in market capitalization? At least in terms of,
Yeah,
because
that's
transactions
how
are taking
you see
place.
those on transactions.
right?
But again, whatever, when you go to do the IPO, that is the time you need to see
Depends on,
the situation, your profitability and other things.
Right. So, well, I hope that day is not very far.
Thank
The
you.
NOC comes soon, and as you said, within the next seven or 8 months after that, it is listing. So let's do some practice, Ashish bhai,
thank
in
you.
terms of the listing.
Yes, of course, it will not be done here. It will be on another
Yeah, of
exchange.
course.